fast, but I will be happy to take any other questions at the end. Thank you.
Thank you, Dimitrios. And our last speaker is Athina Balopoulou, and she's got a special presentation about the European Migration Network.
Hello, my name is Athina Balopoulou. I am a translator and I work at the Ministry for Migration Policy. Today I'm going to present something different, but I hope that it is quite helpful for all professionals in the field, meaning interpreters, translators, experts, and everybody coming in contact, because the issue of communication and multilingualism in asylum or migration procedures is becoming very important, and many of us are needed. Many of us need to be more familiar with the notions and the terminology on the field. Of course, I will speak in Greek. I think it's clear. So I'm here to present the European Migration Network and its work on European and national levels. So this network is a network of the European Commission, which was set up after a decision of the Council in 2008. So last year we had the first decade of operations. It took on new activities and programs to be implemented, but even from its conception it has two objectives, two bullets: to cover the information needs of the institutions of the European Union and the institutions and organs of the Member States on immigration and asylum, and this is to be achieved with the provision of updated, objective and credible data. These were the first objectives of the Statute of 2008. Now the objectives stay the same, but the field is wider. It's not just policy making, so it's not just the political leadership or high officials. This valid, objective, credible and comparable information is addressed to everybody involved, to all professionals, and indeed in all official languages of the EU. The European Migration Network is a network. It's not an office, it's not an agency, it is a network, which means that in each member state, and in Norway as well, there is a small unit dealing with the implementation of its programs. So actually we have a steering board, a high official in each member state, and the board meets twice a year to take political decisions, and we have the national contact points of the member states. These small units I mentioned before in all member states and Norway. Our activities include studies, publications, documentation that is, diffusion and networking of everybody involved through workshops, seminars, conferences, anything that could bring people together to exchange views, practices, problems and problem solving. For Greece, The national unit is our ministry, and we have a specific directorate of migration policies. Here, let's watch the video. There was a slight problem with the presentation. Could you please help me out?
Ωραία. Ευχαριστώ πολύ. Ναι. Αυτό το...
Okay, thank you. This video was made on the initiative of the EMN Belgium and contributions from all member states to celebrate the 10 years of our network last year, sorry.
So in the years to come, and change will come at an...
Το πάω λίγο από την αρχή, γιατί είναι συμπαθητικό.
Over the past decade, migration has changed dramatically. The issue has become more complex and features regularly in policy and public debates. It will continue to do so in the years to come, and change will come at an ever faster pace. There is a growing need for good information resources on migration and asylum. However, there is a risk that people will get lost in an information jungle. The EMN offers a one-stop shop for objective, reliable and comparable data on migration and asylum in the European Union. EMN stands for the European Migration Network. Have you looked at our logo carefully? The EMN is co-funded by the European Union. More importantly, the EMN is about people. You can consider these characters to be our experts on migration and asylum, working hand in hand across countries. The EMN excels thanks to a devoted team of experts within the 28 national contact points in EU member states and Norway. We're part of different institutions and departments, and we research a broad range of issues related to migration and asylum. One of the EMN's achievements is the publication of a multilingual glossary. It contains several hundred terms and definitions on asylum and migration. Regularly updated, this glossary is also available online and as an app. These tools greatly facilitate a common use and understanding of key terms. You can also consider that the characters symbolize policymakers or other key audiences. The EMN produces bulletins, studies, and various documents comparing migration and asylum developments in the different EU member states and Norway. Comparable EU-wide information is a priority for the EMN and is of key importance to policymakers.
The many studies and comparative queries over the past 10 years of the European Migration Network have contributed, for example, to our proposal to reform our common asylum system or to issue recommendations on return for member states.
The EMN makes information available not only to policymakers, but also to practitioners, non-governmental and international organizations, researchers, the media, and the wider public. The EMN's work is not only about producing facts and figures. Our main interest is in human beings.
Here in Europe, 3 years ago, I left my country because of the war. I'm really unhappy because here I'm safe.
Je m'appelle Sam Fatoumata Hélène, je suis d'origine guinéenne. Je me sens bien ici, je me sens comme chez moi.
Our work focuses on third country nationals in all kinds of asylum or migration processes. We have, for instance, published a study concerning migrants in irregular employment. Our network also collects information on unaccompanied foreign minors, and we analyse how Europe can respond better to changing influxes of asylum seekers. This This year, we've added something to our logo because the EMN was established a decade ago. During the last 10 years, the EMN has worked with efficiency and flexibility to provide robust and comparative information. We couldn't have achieved these results without the support of our many partners. Together, we look back with pride at what we have accomplished. Together, we move forward to meet future challenges.
I work for the Swedish EMNSP and has done that for 10 years now.
I'm the coordinator of the platform on statelessness.
And it's an exciting work. I've been working for the EMN since the beginning, and I'm happy to work for the Belgian contact point of the EMN.
Very happy to be in the EMN community. We are very proud to work with the EMN from the very start.
From EASO's side, we are very happy to be involved in the EMN to support each other's work.
We help to contribute to studies of the European Migration Network.
A network of persons who really know the reality in their member states very well.
We are always looking for solid information.
That information is absolutely essential.
The EMN is a very important partner to UNHCR's work.
We have great expectation in the Commission for the network to continue to be of relevance for our policymakers, both at national and at EU levels.
It has been an exciting experience and happy anniversary.
Buon anniversario EMN.
Je vous salue pour EMN.
Just to relate.
Happy anniversary.
I wish to congratulate the European Migration Network on its 10-year anniversary.
Και με αυτό το εορταστικό κλίμα,
So, in this festive climate, so I think it was in the video about the reports, the bulletins, the informs, the fact sheets, the ad hoc queries, the glossaries. These are publications by the specific working groups. They are drafted in each member state, and then under the umbrella of the European Commission there is a combined study for each topic. So we have the annual report on asylum policies or a specific theme within the framework of EMN. So there is also this combined sheet or inform for the State of the Union for the specific topic. For example, this is the annual report on migration and asylum. It was published in 2019. It was then that it was compiled. Everything is online on the site of the European Commission and the Greek site, where you can find the material produced for Greece in Greek and English, and quite recently, a very recent publication, a series of European Commission publications within the framework of EMN, that is informs, fact sheets, bulletins, only in English. But we translated them into Greek. This was our initiative, and they are ready to be uploaded on our site. They offer terminology, expressions, some parallel texts which can be used for information at large, and more specifically to identify terminology. In order to identify terminology, we also have this glossary. It's something I always like in this presentation. This is the 2010 glossary and the 2018 glossary. The 2018 one is version 6, about 500 terms. And within 6 months, in 2019, we have more terms ready to be included in our online version. I think it was also in the video. This glossary is printable in a PDF form online. You can download it and print it, have it with you. It's interactive here in the alphabetic order, and we also have an app. It's free. It is in English, in alphabetical order, and a very interesting thesaurus structure to show various terms and affinities between terms, and we want to have it translated into Greek in its printable form, and we also wanted to have the mobile phone app. I think it's interesting to show you the structure of the glossary, if I make it here. Okay, let's go to our site, the Greek one. This is the printable form. Which includes the term, the terms in all official languages, but also with a definition, source, synonyms, a wider term, and notes. These notes, definitions, and everything comes from the work of experts. They are asylum and migration experts with linguistic background, and they originate from the official EU texts, but they have also been checked as to the actual use on the field by the people that actually use the terms. So there is a wider consultation with experts from each specialized service involved in each topic. The app, which is free for Android and iOS, this is something about affinity in a thesaurus-like structure. And finally, contact points. For the Greek EMN Greece, this is the mail, the website, the Twitter, follow us, LinkedIn, and you will find links to the European links, EMN, European Commission, and the EMNs of the various member states and Norway. Thank you very much.